back this week to talk some more about cruising. I wanted to really talk to you about things you might not know about your cruise. Like, for instance, you might actually hate your first cruise. Let's try not to have you so far on my face. We're going to move you back a little. What I mean by that is, if you're not prepared for embarkation day and debarkation day to be the worst days of your cruise, then you might be a little upset because your elevators are going to be packed. And you might have to go up the elevator to come down the elevator and things like that. Let's have some real talk about cruising. And please excuse me because I am going to refer to my notes every once in a while. It's a little cold out today and I couldn't do a walking talking video because it's craptastic out. Okay, so first thing. Know that embarkation day and debarkation day are going to be the busiest days on that ship. Except for like a little bit when you get off on the porch too, but it's not so bad. On debarkation day, take the elevator up to go down. That's usually the fastest way you're going to do it. And please, please, people, give way for the people that are on scooters and wheelchairs to get in and out those elevators so you don't get run over and they can get where they got to go. They can't take the steps. There is no in between. When you're going to trivia or any other game shows that you don't have to reserve a time for, get there early. Because if you don't get there early, you might have to sit behind a pillar for the whole show and kind of lean like this. Ask me how I know. It was still a good show, though. I think it was a Rock the Room or something game show. What else? If you want to, if you have mobility issues or you have kids in a stroller or anything where you might want to, at the end of the night, give your feet less stress, pick a cabin closer to your elevators. That way you're not walking clear down to the aft or clear forward to get to your room. I know that one from experience too. Oh, and also on that note, find one next to the kids club. The closer the kids club, if your kids are going to do the kids club, is better when you have to pick them darlings up late at night when they beg you to stay at the kids club past 10 o'clock and you're ready for bed. I know not all of us are ready for bed at 10 o'clock at night, but sometimes, especially when you schedule 3 port days in a row, you want to go to bed. Okay, next tip, buffet. When you're in the buffet, it's going to be busy, usually no matter what, unless you get there like first thing early in the morning. Your family usually needs to divide and conquer. Go find your table first so everybody knows where it's at. And then one person can sit or 2 people can sit, however you divide it up. And the rest go get their food and come back. And then the other ones go get their food and come back. Or go get the food for the kids first and get them situated and then parents can take turns. However you want to do it. But that's going to be easy, make the day easier on you in the buffet. When it comes to your cabin, talk to your cabin steward on day 1. Some cruise lines, they can get you a fan, a coffee pot, an extension cord, an extra blanket. If the bed's rock hard, they can get you a mattress topper. Or if you've got a really good room steward, they can put comforters layered up to make your bed softer for you. They can get you distilled water for your CPAP if you need to. Usually you have to put a request in that earlier, but sometimes the room stewards can take care of it too. Oh, and then get your ice. Before I forget, they can get you ice too. While we're talking about rooms, first thing when I get in a room, no matter where I'm staying, I always check for bed bugs. Not saying you have to on a cruise ship. It's just a personal thing of mine. I don't, some people like to Lysol their rooms down. I just want to check to make sure there's no extra things that are going home with me. But when you're in your room and you make that room service call for 7 a.m. and you're out on the balcony enjoying the sun, the beautiful ocean waves, then your room service comes to the door. Make sure you shut that balcony door before you open the room door. Otherwise, everything that's not heavy and tied down on those trays is going to go flying. I did that on the last cruise. Okay, for the coffee lovers out there, if you don't pay for your specialty coffee, you can go and get those little mini pods on most cruise ships, little mini pods of creamers, and take them on for yourself. Or sometimes you can take a container of dry creamer, but it has to be sealed. Check with the cruise line because each cruise line is different. But they do not usually carry flavored creamers. You might be able to go to the coffee bar and ask for a couple shots of like the syrups, but you might not get those for free. Okay, another thing. The port time you pick when you check in on the apps is not always the time you're going to get on the ship, especially with NCL. With NCL, you pick the port time, but ship time usually isn't between till like closer to noon. So if you pick a 9:30 to 10 a.m. port time, you might not be able to get on the ship till noon. Or you might be able to get on there. I've heard times closest people getting on there 10:30. But just know, be prepared to sit in the port if you can't get on the ship, or book your port time for after like noon, 1 o'clock, and usually you can just slide right through security right onto the ship. When you're boarding the ship, I use carry-on luggage because I don't trust people. I'm a plus size girl and I don't want to have to try to find plus size clothes wherever I go if they lose my luggage. So I do carry on. But for those of you that want to check, you can even check your carry-on bag with the porters for them to load on the ship. Give them a nice couple $1 tip per bag or what have you. Tip, don't tip, that's a whole nother story. But have whatever you need for the day in a backpack or your tote or whatever you're, having your important stuff to carry on in. Back to it. Have whatever you're going to need for the day in that backpack, like your medications, any really important valuables, your chargers. Have a swimsuit in case you want to try to beat people to the pools that day. And also, you might think about putting a couple extra pairs of underwear in there just in case your luggage decides to go on an adventure of its own. Your stateroom might be ready at 1 o'clock, might not be ready to 3 or 4 o'clock. It all depends on the ship. So be prepared with whatever you carry on to lug it around until your room is ready. Now, usually what we do, we get on the ship, we find a spot real quick. Half of us will hurry up and go and sign the kid up for the kids club while the other half wait, and then we meet back up, and then we go find some place to have lunch and sit with our luggage. Some ships will have a place where you can put your luggage until the rooms are ready. Sometimes you're allowed to put your luggage in the room until it's ready. Like, just go and hurry up, drop your bags, and get out. But don't just assume you can do that. And don't assume you're always going to have a place to put your luggage, because on some cruise lines, you have to have status to be able to do that. Oh, another tip to put in with the kids club stuff, Randa. Another tip that you want to think about when it comes to the kids club. Watch the timings on when the kids club is open. They open and close several times a day. With the timing of your shows, sometimes you're going to have one person talk to the kids like, hey, can I drop my kid off a little early because my show starts at this time and I really want to watch this show. But the kid really doesn't. He really wants to play with the other kids, which I can't blame him. But I really want to see my shows. So we have to find a compromise. And sometimes the kids club, they will open up early and sometimes they won't. This doesn't work like when I sail with just my son, we're going to have to do a lot of compromise. But when it's my whole family together, we can divide and conquer. So I'm just saying, be prepared to have to divide and conquer or compromise. Okay. Now, you might not even like your first cruise. Okay? Unless it's completely horrible and out of whack. Take a second one, because then you'll be a little more knowledgeable and prepared for the flow of the cruise ship. In each category of ship, you go up or down. It's going to be a little easier, a little harder. Like on the bigger ships, you're going to have more stuff to do. On the smaller ships, you're going to have to either learn to relax and chill, read a book, or do trivia, bingo, things like that. Sit with the kid by the pool because he's always going to want to be in the pool. Ask me how I know that one. And, just have fun with it and relax and enjoy what you're doing. You're on a ship in the middle of wherever ocean you're at. And most people don't get to do that. So just feel fortunate you get to do that. Have fun with it and make the most of it. And like I said before, happy cruising until I can think of something else to share with you again that I think you might like to know. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips for people that they might not think about. Even I, that have been on cruises and researched the heck out of cruises for my clients, don't know everything. I do not know everything. I'll admit it. I know a hell of a lot, more than most people do, but I still don't know everything. So if you know something that I don't, that I haven't mentioned here or thought of, let me know in the comments, please. Have a great day and happy cruising.